It's a pretty quiet start here in Mankato, Minnesota, but that won't be the case for much longer as fans will come from all over to get a glimpse of their favorite player on the Minnesota Vikings team. Robin took to Facebook and reached out to family and friends before leaving on their trip. In just 3 days, she had an overwhelming response. This event will help raise money for the Reach Drop-In Center. State troopers will be on the lookout for those who are not buckled up. So get behind the camera just so you can get a closer look at this resident's home in particular. Visibility is not that great, and of course, as you can tell, it's very windy. I'm live at the Cubby's convenience store located on 39th Street North in Cliff Avenue. Now take a look at this video that happened here last night. Police say at 10:15, a man with a knife walked into this store and demanded cash. Just like other recent crimes, the suspect was wearing a dark hooded jacket and a dark bandana over his face. He left the store on foot and no one was hurt. Again, this is the third robbery in less than a week. Here's another look at all the recent crimes. Now joining me is Chris Willert, who is the Sports Commission Director with Visit Mankato. A big year for training camp as we celebrate 50 consecutive seasons here in Mankato. What can fans expect if they decide to come out?
When we met for the first time, I was 6 and he must have been 11 or something. And he came down with his grandma to see me.
For many years, birthdays, holidays, and anniversaries were all celebrated in this house on 12th Street in Rock Valley, Iowa.
And we were happy. Are you listening?
Rose is 93, and today is Anthony's 97th birthday. For more than a year now, they have called Whispering Heights their new home.
They are a joy to be with.
Staff here say there's something truly special about their relationship.
They are here together and they encourage one another throughout the day and they share their love throughout the day, and we see that it's a blessing for all of us to watch.
Every morning, no matter what I got on, he always said, "I look so pretty." I don't know if he's telling the truth or what.
I'm telling the truth.
You're telling the truth.
The two exchanged vows on April 10th, 1945.
It was a beautiful ceremony, nice dinner, and a nice dance.
Rose bought her dress for $35 at JCPenney's, marking the beginning of a lifetime of love and happiness.
We worked together. It was just like we were two peas in a pod. We did everything together.
We took 12 bus trips together all over the United States.
Their positive outlook got them through the hard times.
We had our ups and downs, but we never went to bed mad. And we always had a goodnight kiss, even to this day. It's a goodnight kiss.
At Whispering Heights, you won't find many guests sharing a room, but Anthony and Rose wouldn't be separated.
When you're together that long, it's just like you're glued together. You can't be apart.
They are together every day and are reminded by the names of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren on their wall of their living legacy. But even after 70 years, there's still one thing these two don't agree on, whether or not Anthony actually asked Rose to marry him.
He just said, "May I hold his hand forever?"
That's just as good as asking you to marry me.
Well, you asked my dad, but you didn't ask me. You just said, "Can I hold his hand forever?" Oh, I tell you, when the good Lord takes one of us, the other one will follow soon.
Until then, they will face the days ahead just as they have every day for the last 7 decades. Always together, always holding hands. One step at a time. That's exactly what Reva Rezac has been doing in the past 14 months. Today, Rezac is on her way to volunteer at Sanford Hospital where she used to work. Volunteering is now the closest she will get to the career she loved.
My life changed totally. This is not how my life normally was. I was a very busy person.
As a busy nurse, Rezac had devoted her life to serving others.
I would work into my 70s. I just love being a nurse and taking care of people.
Caring for others was second nature to her. That changed December 16th, 2013. Struck by a hit-and-run driver, Rezac was fighting for her life.
It's a miracle that I'm alive. I survived the accident.
I got off the phone and I was just a wreck. I just was bawling, and I called my husband, and I don't think he could understand what I was saying.
Rosa Nordstrom is Rezac's daughter, also a nurse. She took this picture shortly after the crash.
No, I never ever thought that would be me with a tube in my brain and taking the pressure off my brain. I never ever thought that would be me.
After a lifetime of caring for others, the tables had suddenly turned.
You're the needy one. You're the one that needs the care and the help.
Because the memories of that day are a blur, Rezac's daughter is keeping track of the events to help fill in the blanks.
This is a journal that I kept.
The pages are filled with doctors' names, visitors, and notes on Rezac's recovery. There are also reminders to never give up hope.
I just said, you can do this, Mom. You're so incredibly strong. And I said, I'm trying to be strong like you, but man, is it hard.
Nordstrom's experience as a nurse helped give her some peace of mind.
Me being in the medical profession, I mean, I actually felt comforted seeing her, seeing that, she was still alive.
Prayers helped Rezac forgive the man who nearly took her life.
I'm sure he didn't wake up in the morning thinking, okay, I'm going to see who I can run over today. I'm sure that's not what he was thinking.
Rezac's road to recovery has not been easy.
And I just kept asking them, so when is she going to be able to open her eyes and when is she going to be able to talk? And they're just saying, you know what, she's made tremendous progress already.
She was confined to a wheelchair for 5 months. Then this happened.
It just brought tears of joy to my eyes seeing her run. This is what she's been working for.
And come back.
And she's finally able to do it. I could just feel her excitement in that video running.
Running was nothing new for Rezac.
She used to run marathons and she used to run 10 miles a night back when I was in high school before she'd go and work an overnight shift. I mean, this woman is just, there is no stopping her. If a car can't stop her, then nothing can.
As Rezac was fighting for her life, 2 others close to her lost theirs. Her dog Penny and her oldest daughter Ashley.
It's just hard thinking about Ashley.
Despite repeated attempts to save her, Ashley suffered from an eating disorder for more than 10 years.
She had decided, you know what, I really don't want to go to the hospital anymore. I don't want to be poked and prodded anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want hospice and I just want to go on my own. And that was hard to hear.
Ashley passed away 6 months after the crash that nearly took her mother's life.
And Rosa called me and she said she's gone.
Just 2 weeks before Rezac would return home.
I'll probably never get over Ashley. Not supposed to bury your children.
Though the heartache will never go away, Rezac is now determined to live her own life with no regrets.
Love your job, love your work, love your life, love everything about it. Because you never know when it can be taken from you.
Which is why Rezac is now paying it forward by volunteering where she once worked. Yet, she's still caring for others.
You just have to be tough. You have to be tough and walk through it all and just survive it. Hopefully you make a difference in somebody else's life.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Brittany Larson. Her infectious laugh and smile are contagious. Anyone who knows Rebecca Spader will tell you there's something very special about this 9-year-old girl.
There's like an aura that surrounds her, she steals hearts really quickly.
Rebecca and her family have a deep appreciation for life because the young girl has been through a lot. She was born with a rare genetic disorder. Doctors diagnosed Rebecca with pre-leukemia when she was about to turn 7. For the last 3 years, her family has been on a mission to treat and cure her MDS. They've tried just about everything.
Rebecca was the first ever HSAN patient that received chemo.
Unfortunately, a bone marrow transplant was not successful in repairing damaged cells, and her underlying diagnosis eventually led to the difficult decision to stop treatment.
Let us know when to have the strength to accept the fact that one of our children may not live their full life and that they may die as a child.
A reality that's hard to accept.
We definitely have bad days. We definitely have times where, we break down, just really struggle with it, and so does Rebecca, and so do our children.
Doctors continue to do blood work to monitor how Rebecca is doing, At this point, there's no telling just how much time she has left.
Even though we're not doing anything, it could be 5 months, it could be 5 years, it could be 25 years, or it could be 80, like she says sometimes. And that's what we obviously would hope for, but realistically, if the disease progresses, once it transitions to leukemia, it won't be long.
Now that Rebecca's time is limited, the family is determined to make each day count and gain strength from their faith.
It's allowed us too to have conversations with Rebecca that you don't get to have with your children a lot of time. You don't think. I mean, there's a lot of nights that I'll put her to bed and we'll just talk about, what's heaven going to be like and who are you going to meet there and who's coming and who are you going to see.
I think about happy things and I play who I'm going to meet in heaven. My cousin Jared, my cousin JP, my teacher Mrs. Sweet, and Jesus.
God has just really blessed us with a lot of peace and the ability to accept it and to know that we're making the right decision. I think this is a huge blessing to have been given this time to know, because we're actually all going to die, but we don't always live our life like that. And with Rebecca now, we're trying to live each day to the fullest and really appreciate each memory and just enjoying our time together as a family.
Rebecca likes to spend part of her free time here at Horsepower, where she'll receive private riding lessons as well as therapy classes.
She really loves it, and it brings a sparkle to her eye, and it's just something that we can do for her to help her to just have normal life experiences.
It's one of her favorite things to do.
Jumping on the trampoline, swimming, horseback riding.
Along with her passion for horses, Rebecca has a strong desire to give back. This Saturday, she's hosting a special event called Rebecca's Wish Gift Concert. It will feature one of her favorite artists, Jeff Moore.
One of the things on her bucket list was meeting Jeff Moore.
This song is called Best of Days, and I like it because it's kind of like Mom and Dad falling in love.
But I had to say something to the prettiest girl I'd ever seen.
All the proceeds will go to a charity close to her heart.
She lit up like a light bulb and she was like, yeah, I want to give another child a Make-A-Wish. We're pretty proud of that, the fact that she's selfless enough to be going through what she's going through and not wanting to keep this money for herself.
To help somebody, to make them happy. It's exciting and just takes stuff off my mind.
Rebecca's wish is simple. Surround herself with those who matter most, those who have never left her side.
My one blessing would be spending time with my family and just living as long as I can.
For Rebecca to be able to give another child a Make-A-Wish is really special, and Make-A-Wish has been so good to our family, and so it'll be really awesome to see that blessing passed on to another family.
It's another big goal this little girl can cross off her bucket list, and she smiles even more knowing she's helping make another child's dream come true.